Pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. The 40. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one into the hands of Watkins downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. The Packers at 13-3 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Shark's got it left side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. On the return comes Cobb. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Amos up to make the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On third down, Corral. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
4th down, Corral looking to throw it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st down. Here's Corral with it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Corral on first down. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Corral. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Corral. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Corral from the gun on third down here. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before the half for Corral. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They go back to the ground with Jones.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That second down play nets a -4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Corral sets up play action.
Incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Corral sets up play action.
Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Gotta have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Rodgers will throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now this will be returned for deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Every now and then you hope some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let them have that opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Corral with it on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To the air again with Corral. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll take it inside the 25. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Corral to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They will run straight. Oh, no, he lost the football. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 22 more yards there and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Rodgers. Open man left side, it's a tight end, Tunyon. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Back to throw, Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Corral. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Corral. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Corral. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Corral to throw it. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove. And what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
What a